squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. 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 Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes there's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, and I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Set! 319! 319!
Let's go, Pete. Be serious right here. You gotta step it up. Out.
No. Check. Patriot!
Looking to throw. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 53 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Leopard!
You got four.
They go play action here on first down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
No, check. Patriot! Detroit! Under 10. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. On the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll look to throw now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it'll bring up third down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 11. That looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
No.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That play was hard to see. One play goes wrong, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and very long when they had been in 2nd and inches.
Yeah, I know you like the idea of taking a shot on 2nd and inches, but you can't take a sack for that big of a loss.
That's the one thing you cannot do. They gave it up, and now they're way behind the chains. Good luck with this next play call.
Going up top, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. A give to Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
No. Check, Patriots!
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gone!
They'll set up to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jaguars continue to roll.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and... The give is to Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Taken from just outside the 30. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Twist.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Steps away. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the post.
Gun!
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
You got 4.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards at a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 49. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They'll look to throw.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit. Even though I'm not rooting for either team, that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars are pouring it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about...
Now he'll be wrapped up around the way.
up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall.
Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the no the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros.
Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and I'm these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We gotta get better today.